Hustlers, I'm at the next one now. So this is one that I looked at the other day. We're going to spend a few hours here now. We're going to firm image camera, get the heating in full mode, put a new fiddle loop on, just test the planet and stuff and make sure everything is okay. Just the issue is, like I say, clients got poor flow on the system. When I was here, there was a lot of balancing issues in relation to valves fully open, hot water bypass fully open, X, Y and Z. So we're going to spend a good hour now just getting the system ramped right down and then seeing where the flow's going, bit of videoing and going from there. So we'll take you for the journey, maybe drink some cleaning agent, see what it does to us. But yeah, don't drink cleaning chemicals. You know, it's not good for you, is it, Dale?
No, look what happens.
Look what happened to me. I've got new teeth. Boss fans, how are we? So back to this one. So behind me we've got a Dale said 150 litre, but it's actually 200, so it's close, fair play.
So say it was 21 Chestnut Avenue.
We'll come to this other day, issue with the set video, it's not working, X, Y and Z. We've got a 40 kilowatt conventional heat on the boiler. So that literally just has a fan, gas valve, heat exchanger, PCB, that's it. It's just a dumb, so it's basically 240 on, 240 off. Works fine for Mrs. and your thermostat there. What we are doing today is we are going to be changing this filling loop, and the reason being we're changing this, when I tried filling it up the other day, I disconnected this valve, it wasn't working, so I'm going to drain a little bit of the heating system out, just get the new valve on. So I'll put the full new kit on, good to go. Second to that, I'll be testing expansion pressure, because you can see my gauge there's nothing in it. When I tried filling this up the other day, nothing was going through. Once I've done that, then I'm going to go down the road of just testing parameters basically. So with issues in relation to flow circulation X, Y and Z, we're going to introduce a chemical agent into the system, a cleansing agent, not for power flushing, pardon me, but what we're going to do with it is get the client to use the system as much as we can. We're going to force the system to a state of where we'll ramp the hot water flow down, ramp the bypass valve down as well, so the pump's got to work not necessarily harder, but when heating's in demand, it has to flow around. When we come last time, these were fully open, so a lot of these systems, S-plans especially, is just understanding how they work, characteristics and everything else. I'll be checking things like make sure zone valves are turning off, everything's speaking to as it should be, because we've got to eliminate all these issues. You know, people are quick to go power flush, but it doesn't want it. Sometimes it can be minor facts going on. Look at the system quality now. The water was black in the sink the day, was black bits in it, but you know, it's 15mm pipe work, a lot of it all over. Had we had microborne stuff like that, have been like at that stage, maybe potentially look at doing that, but on this instance we're not gonna. So let's get to it. There we go. So I've got wet back at the ready, and I'm going to try after just snatch that valve on, because there will be a little bit of dead water in that. But I didn't test that the other day. I must have been a bit silly there on what I can do.
Yeah, with me. That's all I said. Yeah. Here's Superman. Do you ever get like a tricky one, you know, like where it's like getting intermittent hot water or something like that, where it could be a number of things. Nathan's really good at that, like identifying exactly what it is in a timely manner. As a general rule. You get 1 in 1,000 that beats you, don't you? But
Yeah, but that's, you're going to get sometimes the elements of the job.
999, how much is the main?
Yeah. I always when I see any sort of trade coming back from this all electricians, like, how do that? And I think so I know just getting to the stupid.
Yeah, I think that as time goes on as well, there'll be a
shortage.
Scarcity, yeah.
We did a day with the apprentices, didn't we? Or the assessing, didn't we, Dale? He said a class will start with about 30, but usually at the end of most term, when they're complete, and I was on 8 left complete, didn't they? It's a big statistic, that, isn't it?
And they were undervalued as well.
Yeah.
I was reading watching a documentary yesterday, and the guy was saying, if you ever see a guy in Workman gear or Workman boots in a pub, go buy him a pound. They say they get underlooks basically, and then they build the economy, will they?
What's the stuff you want to mean? To be honest, it's one of those things that might just be a whole thing. I don't know, but we've had quite a lot. Since we've been here, we've had quite a few
that's on. Next one there. New low, just need to drain a bit of pressure out of here. Could do the drain off on the. Put a drain off on the. Why have they done that? Oh, that's right. Return.
The last two
Flow.
people that, so the last two visits that we've just come from. So one of them
Drain
was
off there.
exactly
I'll
like
drain a
that,
little bit of that.
3 or 4 visits.
See what's going on with there. It's downstairs just so I know when I do it. So. That's block solid. Like that is. Absolutely. See that? So that ain't a good sound straight away. Right, so I've replaced the filling up as requested. Looking inside that debris, I'm going to whip the pump head off, because there could also be debris sat in these propellers as they're going round, so I'm just going to isolate the pump now. Connor has got my pump spanner, which is rubbish, but that's part of the buy. Really, you shouldn't be using them. Even if flat faced, I would normally use that, because that is a pump key, but I won't get her in. So I'll use the flat faced to set that up. It doesn't tear your lock shield valve, so you can see there. Lovely. And what I'm going to do is whip that pump head out, see what's going on inside there, test that out, eliminate all these main parts now, motorised valve, make sure that's moving over, no blockage, because we've got heating on the building, but there's certain areas not working. It's not. So we're not working on pump speed 1, which is, hang on, she's gone. But when I take that out, there's going to be debris in that. Yeah, that's not the best, but it's clear. We're definitely clear waterways. That is knackered. Look at that, it's not even spinning. So what that says to me is, what I'll do now is I'm going to put the boiler in a state of, that should be off. Is that for that? I don't know. No. Wait. You'll see now, when I put that on hot water mode, I'll wait for the pump to kick in. What is it? No. So I'm waiting for this tool port to engage, which it has.
Hi there, sir. I just wanted to let you know your engineer's going to be there with you within 2 hours, okay?
Speed 1's kicked in, no good.
Yeah, within 2 hours. Thank you.
That's knackered. I'm spinning, so that's playing a massive part here. It's probably on there. Go on, I'm not got that. Is that done now? That pump's fucking.
You've got a replacement?
Check something because I've turned the power off. I don't think they've wired it in that clever system. I'll just check that we've got 240 into it. going to check there that I've got now. 240 volts, so go across neutral. Go across neutral. Come in there for you, go for yourself, Polly. So I'll go across neutral to half. No. Weird. Definitely have, this has been wired in. So the boiler, I've just done a little test then. They wired that in for the pump over, which is great. I'm going to put a new head on, I've got one in the van, just put it onto that body, unblock that. We'll get some chems in, get filled up, and then that's like first port of call, so first port to exhaust. We're going to need to do this because like I said, the pump is not performing at its best, so this could be playing a part as well while there's not enough heat and stuff getting on the building, but this potentially could eliminate a lot of factors. But I think once them chemicals go in, it'll aid lubrication of the system and it'll be able to allow water to be forced to a certain place, so we'll pop to the van and see what we've got. Like I say, it's absolutely imperative you keep a van stock. So like this job this morning, I'll ring my supplier in the play today. I'll say I need a new time clock, which obviously I've used today, and then I'll say also I need a new pump. Now again, it is hard, I suppose, like cash flow and stuff. It's an investment really. Because I'm here, I've got the pump, I can get it in now and get going. But obviously, if I didn't have a pump, I'd have to pull off to suppliers. Then you're charging the client more for that downtime. In essence, if you charge it right, you charge for turning up the hour. You know the client ain't going to pay for materials, and I've always had that issue with food times where like, I'm paying for your charge merchants. Well, yeah, it's on your time, but let's eliminate that. Let's keep a general stock in the van. It is a cost to us, but it's general stock, and just constantly place it. It pays tenfold seconds that you can get more jobs in a day. You're not downtown merchants backwards and forwards. You can end up doubling your workload and earning more money because inevitably that's in gold. You know, getting the jobs done, and then the money. That is why we go to work. You know, so respect hustle. So I've got here the head. It's the Grundfos there. And it's 1550, exactly the same, just I'm not putting the ERP on, I don't like them. I'm going to put this one in and test it and see what happens. In these instances back in the day, I'll be honest, I'll be like, I'll change your pump, I said, well, I'll take it, why? The body's fine, I'm just going to change the head, it's a lot easier and a lot quicker. So all I'll do there, I do have a pump spanner key, Connor's got it, could kill him, I'll just do all them, literally. So I'll get all them done, and then literally, it's a case of literally, missed not with my pump spanner, Connor, just if you watch this, which I know you won't, I've got my little Allen key set as well, so that's not good, but just get them all done like that. And it all needs to go back when you're doing it uniform, so you don't tighten that opposites to opposites to make sure it's an equal tightening. But this is definitely going to make a massive difference on the system, just as it stands now. Now again, this will be additional to the core, but I need to get this in to get the system working. I'm at a standstill, so it's going in, I'm testing it. We'll offer you a certain amount of works, the pump if need be, the old head can go back in, and it's like, if you don't want that's fine, but while I'm here, I'm carrying up the works, I have stated, should I say. Again, plenty of grease on there. It's an O-ring, it's a seal, it doesn't go on dry. So put it on, bit of grease on like that, and all I'll do, like I say, I keep them, like I say, you can tell I change heads a lot, keep them spare, you know, unless it warrants it, like I say. And then what we'll do is make sure that goes on, so that will literally just now go into there, like that, and she fits like a beauty. I'll let a couple of screws in. Going back to what we just mentioned, they're just hand tighten, so it's opposites. Get you in, come on, opposites, you can tighten up pump side, so annoying. The worst that one side, and go to the opposite. Because if you was going to tighten up that, and that, if that was a bit crooked, it doesn't seat properly. So, yeah, I'm good, mate.
You got khakis, please?
Sorry, Paul, yeah. Right, so she's in. All sorted, what's back on, wired in. What I'm going to do is a bit of a tired full gear all over. Dale's kindly eating cabbage cream eggs, watch cinema leg.
Oh, it's really good, that actually.
Cold. All being well now. You'll hear this, and we'll get much better flow. I'll get the thermal imaging camera, start checking flow rates and stuff, and put the boiling set heart rate. Should. Better. Better. Coils filled. Gone back on herself, which is good. So we'll get you up the return now, what I should start to see. Tell you what I could have done with doing there. Just freeing that bleed up, but we'll be alright. Yeah, the amount of water that's not been in the system. By that filling, I'll keep an eye on that gauge. Them boilers, like I say, I've not got a pressure sensor. I don't want to go up as well, my gauge though. Could be shot that.
Just a fault.
Gauge could be as well, yeah. I don't want to put too much in over pressurise it, do you know what I mean? But then I've got to see if I get. Form of movement, which as far as it stands now. Yeah, nothing on that. I've got to feel that little block there maybe as well. Could be a little bit debris in that something.
You've got a replacement?
Not on that one. She's starting to move now, but it's going on. You know, it's,
moving a bit now.
you got like because it reads different that.
Fine, I thought that.
Yeah, because you've got 2, 3, so you're about there at the bass end. Yeah, we've got movement now, which is good. Bear in mind that was 0'd out last time. So what I'm going to do now is get the pump fired up. Would you do? Oh, hang on a minute. Well, on perfect. So what we're going to see now, I'm going to do a fair moving camera shortly, but waiting for the pump to kick in. There we go. Sounds miles better. You can hear the air in that. And it's just pulled that heat away from the boiler now, but we'll just see what happens with this. Boiler's gone max, which is good. Flowing round, we should be wadding through this, which now we're not returning yet, but your coil's going to starve a lot of that. No, that's going through now, that's good. So what I'll do next is my heat inside is in demand as well, which is great. So you can hear it going through. Yeah, well, it must have been throttling up before, but it's pulling the flow away lovely now. So we'll get Fair Moving camera out shortly and see what's going on, and just keep an eye on it, Paul Bailey. I've got demand. Sounds like it's kicking off, but what it will be doing especially as well is, so I'm going to Fair Moving shortly, but the flow's getting nice and hot. So also we return stone cold still because it's flowing on the system. So once we start getting like an equilibrium on the flow returns, it's 11-degree differential. I have to check manufacturing instructions, but rule of thumb 11-degree differential, flow out at 80, return at about 69. All works in your thermistor to make sure it's working. I can hear her ramping up now. She's dispersing the heat accordingly. It's doing what it's nicer to do it when your boiler's doing its checks on its own. I mean, I've got a good flow of heat there. Return my cylinder stack right down. Shut that off. Not going on the coil, we're just solely going on the heating system now. So watch my gauge, keep an eye on the temperature. We don't want it flying up, wadding up and everything else. We'll get the Fair Moving camera out now. See the flow returns there. You can see as I'm following along, obviously heat from the boiler. I don't think you'll see it flow to it. You're going to have heat and a bit of it coming off and the heat of the flow there. But temperature's going good. So what we're looking at now is basically the system in relation to our pump, flow dynamics and everything else. So hot water return pump's on, that's in a bit, we're going to be on. It's drawing 32 degrees round from my hot off the cylinder. But what I'm looking for is my flow on my pump. I've got there a nice 49 degrees. You can see at the back, brass fittings out is a little cooler. And then she's going around and I'm looking for my flow pipe there, which is great, that's at 34. So I'm hoping now this is going to eliminate a lot of it. It still wants the chemicals indefinitely because the system's not the best, you know. You could argue, would say, if some people would go power flush, but we're not about that, you know. We found a couple issues. Luckily the gauge ain't fully, expansion's fine. Hot water coil's done what it should be. There's no air in there. New fill, new pump's better have a difference. The pump situation is really seen earlier in the video. Putting a screwdriver and jabbing it in. If you think a pump's holding its way out, you should not be able to push a screwdriver into the pump there and it stop. If it's doing that, there's a major restriction in the pump. Either it's on its way out, capacity's not kicking it in, or it's just blocked up, like I say, it's just not, it's sea solid. could have attempted to free that off, but used to do that, but then you get the call back 2 weeks later, it's gone off again. You know, it's just replace it. Certain things can be repaired, but things like that, just get it replaced. It's a mechanical moving part, needs to be done. So I'm going to go in now and see what my heat is like on the building. That flow feels great. Hopefully from this, fingers crossed, a bit of balance issue, chemicals go in this, there'd be another return visit. Leave them in for a week and go from there. Like I said, the boilers are handling lovely, nicely. Bit of TLC stuff like some jobs like this are absolutely right up my street. All about problem solving, because it's all inside your mind. We've been on testing elevators now. We've worked out balance system down. I'm going to leave this one where we're going to pop back later, get a chemical clean agent, squeeze it in there. Doesn't want a power flush. I showed the client at Dale. We've walked around, checked the flows, everything. Pump's working really good now. Good flow, leave that pump free. Returns and everything is. One of the big problems also is the hot water coil, which you guys will be aware of. Bypass valve, just cranking the flow down on that. I don't like them because they're spring loaded, and if they fail, crank that one down, because again, inevitably what will happen is my pump will flow off. It'll come down there, and then it's got to go from down there to split everywhere else to these 2 ports down here. But what a lot of big problems is, it flies on your bypass, returns back to your boiler, you get an imbalance in temperatures, and same with your hot water coil. So 6 turns max and good to go. That is that one put to bed. Again, I forgot the chemicals, but I was armed with a pump, filling up, check the expansion and everything. We just need to pop back later on today. We'll just squeeze some chemicals in the filling up, like a F3 Fairnox clean agent. Again, I've proven to the client it doesn't need a power flush. I think someone commented on the last video and said it needs power flush. It doesn't. I've been on with a thermal imaging camera rather than feeling rather than testing it. I've been around, checked it, tested it, done it. The client's happy, the rads are working now, that wasn't working. It's just getting to the bottom, and it's problem solving, you know, and that's what we do.